Am I the asshole for telling my vegan friend I don't want to come over for Thanksgiving dinner? I, 54 female, have a friend, 55 female, who went vegan 10 years ago. We've been friends for 20 years or more. We have a large group of friends, 15 to 20, and there are a few of us that switch off cooking dinner on Thanksgiving for whoever's in town. Since Anne went vegan, we've always accommodated her dietary restrictions with at the very least some tofurkey, one side dish, and one dessert being strictly vegan. This year, Anne jumped in early and for the first time ever said she wanted to cook Thanksgiving this year. Not a problem, until she informed us in the group chat dinner will be 100% vegan. Some of us offered to bring more omnivore offerings, including a turkey, and she insisted we eat vegan while at her house. She declared that vegan food tastes exactly the same as omnivore food. It does not. I've been at her house and choked down bean burgers and chocolate cake and probably a dozen other meals, each of which she insisted tasted just like the real thing. She even tried to fool me once with a Beyond Burger, insisting it was a regular hamburger. I have only found a limited number of vegan dishes I enjoy, and none of them have ever been made by her. After thinking it over and discussing it with my husband, we decided to privately tell her we were bowing out of dinner on Thanksgiving this year. I told her I wanted turkey, mashed potatoes, pumpkin pie that were all made with traditional ingredients. I could have lied and said we had plans to travel to see family, but I don't want to lie. Anne has become angrier and angrier with me since I told her this about a week ago. Then she went and complained to some of the women in our group about me refusing to attend just because she's cooking, which is sort of true but made me feel angry. So I ended up explaining to the other ladies that we all very considerately make vegan dishes just for her at every party and get-together any of us throw, and it's really unreasonable for her to insist that I strictly adhere to her dietary choices when I have never demanded her the same. So that blew up because all the ladies have now jumped to my way of thinking and decided they will have Thanksgiving at one of their houses instead. We will not be attending their Thanksgiving either. My husband says we probably should have lied about going out of town, or at the very least, I should have not explained my reasoning to the other ladies. I've decided to stay out of it from here on, but somehow Anna blames me for the whole debacle. Am I the asshole for declining to attend a vegan Thanksgiving?
No, and I think that's a very good point. Like, you're not like saying you should eat meat because that's what we eat. Like, I think that if you flip the script, I feel like that's a fair thing to say.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Yeah.
like, I can also understand like, hey, I don't want my house smelling like meat, but I can also.
Okay, so that's what I was thinking. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. That's what I was thinking. Like, yeah, I don't think it would be reasonable to ask Anna to make all of this food that isn't vegan because
Right, yeah.
that would make her uncomfortable. Like,
Yeah.
but they were offering to bring their own food.
Yeah, and even if you don't want that food in your house for like smells or whatever reason, it's like, okay, well, it's like, hey, because you're a vegan, I don't think it's the best of you, host, because, you know, we want to have the turkey and we want to have that stuff there. So I do think it is a little rude to be like, oh, you could only eat vegan, and it's like, okay, well, we don't push what we eat onto you, so if you flip the script, you shouldn't be doing the same thing to us. I can kind of see that, yeah.
Yeah. For me, and I feel like I'm already going to get some hate, I probably wouldn't have done this. I probably would have just suffered through it. Like, I don't think it's like a huge deal to be like, I'm going to eat a vegan meal for one night. Like,
I would agree with that.
Just to keep the peace. Like, okay, I know I hate that saying, just keep the peace, just keep the peace. But I feel like for this, like, it's not going to be inedible food.
No, and I could do that too. I feel like I would probably keep the peace too, more likely. And if you're just not eat too much of it if it doesn't taste good, and grab some Mickey D's on the way home.
Yeah.
But like still like try it. And it's like if you did it last year and you want it again this year, like listen, we did it for you last year. And we're not doing it for Christmas. We're not doing it next year and stuff. Like, and then you at least do it the one time. And if they try to keep pushing it on you, be like, no. But like, I can also understand like not having to feel the pressure of like, oh, I can only eat vegan stuff. And you know what? Recently, I've learned that there's a difference between like vegetarian and vegan.
Jesus.
Okay, right? So
what do you mean you just learned that?
Like, I knew there was a difference, but I didn't really fully understand what the difference was. But when we have Friendsgiving, your one friend is vegan.
Yes.
But like vegan stuff is made different. It's not just like, oh yeah, I'm not going to eat the chicken or the beef or anything. Like vegetarians will still have like eggs and butter. They'll still have things that are used in the cooking process from animals. They're just not going to eat animal meat, right?
Yes, they just don't eat meat.
So things that are vegetarian can still taste good because you got the eggs in there, you got the butter in there. Like the things that are vegetarian, you can have lots of normal vegetarian meals. But then you go to vegan and it's like a Caesar salad is not the same as Caesar salad when it's vegan. So vegan dishes are a lot more restrictive. Like I was trying to make things and they were so much more restrictive when you like I couldn't use regular butter, I couldn't use eggs. So
I will say the butter tastes the exact same.
No, it was a little different, but
it tasted the exact same.
I could notice the difference. So that's what I mean where I'm like if your friend is vegetarian, okay, no problem. Vegetarian dishes are going to taste great, but I can understand what you mean where the vegan dishes don't taste the same.
I don't know. For me, it's like, okay, OP was like, I want the turkey, I want the mashed potatoes. That's fine. I think that's fine, but you can just do that another night.
I feel like the difference maybe is like that was going to be her only Thanksgiving.
But now she's okay. But now what's the alternative? Is she going to have turkey and stuffing and mashed potatoes that same night?
What I don't understand
by herself?
What I don't understand though is this sounded it more was like a Friendsgiving.
Yeah.
Not Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving's with your family, with like your in-laws, your parents, your siblings, whatever. So I was like, does she not have any family in her life where she's not going to eat the normal Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
And her only opportunity at Thanksgiving is with her friends? Because then I'd be like, okay, yeah, maybe I don't want to give that up either. This is my one time of the year.
No, but even if that, you just have your turkey and stuff on another night. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Like,
I agree. Like, I feel like she could have tried a little more to keep the peace. You
still went and still had your traditional turkey and stuff on your own, like, on another night. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you could have just eaten before, too, and just, like, had a little bit here and there, like.
She just didn't want to make those sacrifices.
I don't know. To me, this is, like... This is being a little bit petty. Like, sometimes, yeah, you have to make sacrifices for relationships that you care about.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
at the same time, I think it's unfair for the friend to not be accommodating and be like...
I do agree with that because they have been accommodating for her all those other times. So if you think about it from that perspective, it's like, why aren't you accommodating us a little bit?
Yeah, I'm torn with that.
I am torn. I don't know what I should feel here.
Overall vote was not the asshole. Top comment, not the asshole. You accommodated her many times over, but she refuses to do so when hosting. I get that being vegan is a choice most people make for ethical reasons, but the BS line of, it all tastes the same, is so asinine. It doesn't, and they know it. I often eat vegan meals of my own making, but never once have I made it thinking this will taste just like the meat dish I made yesterday. I know it doesn't, and I'm happy with my veggies. Hopefully Anne takes this as an eye-opening it needs to be. Her beliefs and choices are not something everyone will adopt, and the more she forces it onto people, the more people will reject the idea. I hope she enjoys her Thanksgiving alone, because until she returns the graciousness of providing food for everyone at the table to enjoy based on their dietary choices, that's how she'll be spending it.
I do agree. I do agree. I just feel...
One more time.
I just feel like I would have sucked it up at least one time.
I think so too.
And I feel like that says a lot for me.
We're pushovers. What can we say?
But I'm usually not.
I definitely am.
You are, but I am usually like, I'm okay with being the asshole. And I'm even willing to be like, I could try and just eat all vegan dishes.
Yeah. I was actually surprised by the vote for this one and the top comment.
Don't fuck with Americans and their turkey.
Yeah.
Don't fuck with Teresa and her turkey.
We don't know if they're Americans.
Yeah, true. Well, I think
Thanksgiving is coming up.
Thanksgiving is an American and Canadian thing.
Yes, and it is only Canadian and American, I believe.
Thanksgiving is a national holiday celebrated on various states in October and November in the United States, Canada, St. Lucia, Liberia, and unofficially in countries like Brazil, Germany, and the Philippines.
Oh, interesting. Fun.
It's a day of blessings for the harvest and of the preceding year.
I love Thanksgiving. I'm sad it's over for us.
We need American friends so that when we do our V life, we can come to Thanksgiving at their house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll make some on the road.
Yeah, we will.
All right.